Hi guys, welcome back. Well, I've always found sharpening the smaller drills to be the most difficult, especially with my eyesight, and I've never had a great deal of success doing them by hand. I've managed to get by, but the larger drills are a lot easier to work with. So what I thought I'd do, I've got this drill. It's 4.5 millimeters, and fortunately I've got a collet that will suit that. So I'm going to mount that up into the indexing head and see if we can have any success with that. Well, on my first attempt at regrinding the drills, I'd ground the cutting face at 70 degrees first, and then I tilted the vise up to 20 degrees for the relief at the back of the cutting edge. But I'm just going to try something different. My first grind I'm going to do at 20 degrees on both faces of the drill, and then I'm going to drop it back down to 7 for the cutting face. So if I take this up to 20 to begin with, okay, the second grind's at 7 degrees for the cutting face. Well guys, the largest DA100 collet I've got at the moment is a 9mm. These collets came with the collet chucks that I bought off eBay. So the largest I can accommodate at the moment is a 9mm. I've got two larger ones on order from eBay, should come later this week. I think there's a 12 and a 13. I think this chuck maxes out at 13, so 13 is the largest I can cut with this setup. So what I've been thinking, I'd like to get some set up for doing the Morse taper drills. Now this is a number 2. So if you've been wondering what the noise was, I've been thinking, I've got this ER32 collet chuck. Now this started life with a international porter taper on the back, which I'd ground up and machined down with the intention of using this as a collet chuck on my wood lathe. And I'd made a start on it, and then halfway through I thought, well, why not go for an ER40? I had another chuck, an ER40 with a porter taper on, which was surplus. So I stopped work on this and started on the ER40. So I've got an ER40 chuck now that will fit the wood lathe. Let me just go and grab it and I can show you. Yeah, this is the ER40 chuck that I converted to fit onto the wood lathe. Again, same as this, it had a international porter taper on the back. So I cut that up and machined it down. I put an internal thread to suit the spindle nose on my wood lathe. So that's the setup with that. So that was the reason why I stopped working on this one. It was just as much work doing for ER40 as it was for the 32. So this is surplus. So what I'm thinking, guys, is doing a similar setup but with the larger chuck, and then I'm hoping this is a Morse taper number 2. I'm hoping that there's no way these are going to fit into this this chuck. So I was thinking if I do a similar setup with the ER32, I can then mount some of the Morse taper drills into it. Now at the moment there is a hole through the centre, and I've had this mounted in my metal lathe, but it's hard material and the drill simply won't touch it. So I need to drill that centre out for the number 2 Morse taper to pass through, and then this would sit, once the drill's installed with the correct collet on, that would sit into there, and then I should be able to grind the larger drills. Now, as I say, it's hard material this. I should say I'd probably need to drill about 20mm depth. So what I thought I'd do, I'm going to put my heat treating oven on and pop that into the oven and see if I can anneal this chuck. Be also interesting to see what damage the heat does. There's a very fine thread for the locking collar. I'm not sure if that's going to the heat's going to be any detriment to that thread, but it'll be interesting to see. So yeah, I'm going to put the heat treating oven on and we'll pop that in. Well, that's the 4.5mm drill that I've just reground, so let's see what results we've had with this. Again, I'm going to go through the 25mm mild steel. Well guys, I wasn't getting the equal spirals coming off then, and started off okay, but then it started to struggle a bit, and so I don't think I've got that quite right yet. Just looking at it to close up. I need to start putting these under my magnifying glass. Looking at it, I think I've overdone it with that second grind on the cutting paste, and it's taken quite a lot of the relief grind off the back, so yeah, maybe I've just slightly overdone it with the cutting paste, but no problem, I can always put it back in. It's good practice.